Alright, here we go. Again. Let's go ahead and... oh, God. So we're going to skip all of this, right? Gonna let that go. Let that skip on through because we've been through all of this. We're going to go all the way to where it stops and allows us to pick a character. We get to pick one of the girls to meet. And Sayori. Oh boy. Yep. Alright, so last time we went through Natsuki, right? So this time I want to go ahead and do Yuri. So let's just alright, so we're here. We are finally here. Okay, so now I pick Yuri. No. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're good. You chose to interview Yuri first. Well, I guess that's to be expected. After all, she is very intelligent and quite mature and experienced, I might add. Flustered, Yuri begins to fiddle with her hair. Her face begins to shine bright red. Monika, please stop it. Well, I guess that's fair. Oh boy. Here we go. Seriously, why won't you play with me instead? Oh boy. You know, when you're done interviewing Yuri, you can always confront one of us next. Let me move the mic a little bit closer to me. You can confront me or Monika or say your... actually I can't. I need to finish up the rough draft we're doing, so I never get to Sayori at all. So if it's alright with you guys, can you just fill up my space blah blah blah? Fine, we will. Just don't take too long or we'll just skip over you. Okay, don't worry. I promise I won't take too long. Sayori walks over to her desk and continues writing where she left off the poem. Her cheerful expression suddenly shifts to intense focus mode. This is stuff that we've already seen. So it looks like we are... first. Anyway, Natsuki, can you head over to the kitchen? And I'll be helping you make some cupcakes for all of us. We'll go and get the ingredients. Natsuki tries to run for the door, but she ends up getting tangled between some of the desk. Her skirt gets caught between some of the chairs, but she eventually manages to break free. She then walks out of the door as if nothing ever happened. Don't worry, I'll catch up with you. Now, Yuri, please try not to confuse our guest. Keep things simple for him. If anything, keep it at a lighter tone than usual. You do know what I mean by that, right? Yeah, don't worry, Monika. I'll try not to bask in the pleasure of severed limbs. Why did I say that? Alright then. Have fun, you two. We will. Thanks, Monika. And within seconds, Monika quickly leaves the room, leaving the two of us alone. Okay. Yes, those two are finally gone, and Sayori is distracted. Now it's just us, and only us. Okay, now, before we get started, I have a request. Would you mind if I make some tea? It's supposed to help relieve the mind of any form of stress. I just realized Sayori is hanging in the background now. She was not hanging in the background in the last episode. And by the looks of things, it looks like you could really use some yourself. Well, you're right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have some. Well, what are you expecting? I mean, I did say I was busy with classes, not to mention that I interviewed 4 clubs for the day. In 4 days. It's not like I had any actual time to relax anyway. I guess he was talking to us there? Just give me a few minutes. I'll go set it up. Yuri walks over to the closet. Watch as she grabs a small water pitcher that has a filter inside. Could you hold this for just a second, okay? Sure. I'll be plugging this in at the teacher's desk. When I'm done, I'll go and retrieve some... I didn't read that. She walks past me and gently sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. And the way she moves while doing it, it really contradicts the way she speaks. There's a sense of elegance, yet somewhat hidden restraint within those long, slender legs. Okay. Now pass me the pitcher, please. Thank you. Now, don't you dare leave this spot. I'll be right back. She carefully maneuvers her way past the desk and exits the classroom to get some water. While she's gone, I set my clipboard on one of the desks next to me and unload blah blah blah. This is stuff we've read from the last one. Sit at Yuri's desk patiently this time. Time will pass and she hasn't returned, I'm assuming. Okay, alright. It's been about 37. Yep, Yuri hasn't come back. Shouldn't take this long for someone to fill water. Environment around me is completely... And Sayori is gone. Here. She's gone here. Again. Can still hear Sayori doing this and that. Every now and then I hear the sound of the other students, blah blah blah. While I'm still here in my seat waiting for Yuri, but before I could break into a horrible state of boredom, finally, I'm back. Yes, what was that look for? I'm sorry, I was gone for a long time, wasn't I? Yeah, for about a half hour. Didn't mean to leave you waiting for so long. It's okay, Yuri. I'm a pretty patient person, so I really didn't mind the long waiting. Well, despite the obvious fact that I'm lying. See? He's so nice. Yuri bashfully walks by me and heads straight for the teacher's desk. She pours all the water into the kettle and inserts a tea pack into it. Then she leaves it to boil for a couple of minutes. The kettle shoots steam from its spout, signaling that it's ready. Yuri takes out 2 glass teacups from the teacher's desk and pours a bit of tea into each one. Then she slowly walks towards me, passes me one of the teacups, and takes her seat. Alright, here's your tea. Hope you enjoy it. Trust me, I know you will. I just know it. I don't trust this tea. Scene saved. Oh god, what was that? I take the cup from Yuri's hand. Surprisingly, the cup isn't scalding hot. It's lukewarm. I take a small sip from the cup and bask in its flavor. From that one sip alone, I can taste its bizarrely strong flavor from the get-go. It starts off with a fruity tangerine-like flavor, but a bit of watermelon from the middle. When it gets to the aftertaste, it's got that weird I knew it! There's blood in this! There's blood in the tea! I knew it! I knew I wasn't supposed to actually taste like heated iron! Suddenly my face recoils instantly. I can't say that word, fuck it. Recoils in disgust. What's with that expression? Is there something wrong with it? Well, Actually, yes, there is. Look, it's just the aftertaste. I know that before this tasted like tangerine mixed with watermelon, but why would it taste like melted iron afterwards? Well, that's pretty easy for me to explain. For you see, what you just drank. Oh, God! And now that it's inside of you, your body now belongs to me. Forever. I take the cup from Yuri's hand. And surprisingly, the cup isn't scalding hot. It restarted me. It's nice and cold. I take a small sip of the cup. Bask in its flavor from that one sip alone. I can taste this amazingly strong flavor from the get-go. It starts off with a fruity tangerine with a bit of water, and that aftertaste. It's the warm and pleasing flavor of chamomile. That's not what... Okay, kinda makes you feel like you're in front of an emotional fireplace. So what do you think? Does it taste good? Good? The tea is more than just good. Why, it's even better than my own imagination. It's just so refreshing. Thank you, Yuri. She's really shy. Alright, well. Oh boy. Looks like Yuri can't handle all the compliments. She's shyly looking away from me, fiddling with her hair. Again, as always. Maybe it's better to just leave it at that. Now I take the clipboard from next to me and slip in the paper with the bar. Open up the blah 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 stuff from the last episode. Yuri seems that she's... it's all still pretty the same. But I want to see how far I can make her go with this. Okay, so now it's starting to look different. I want to test Yuri by having her discuss that book she was reading a moment ago. I think maybe that book is the key to inadvertently getting the tools I need to make a success. Oh, God, why was she not in the right colors? Okay, I'm going to start interviewing you now. Though, instead of asking you a bunch of cliche questions, I'm going to try something new. Okay, I'm not ready for this. Oh my God. Alright, I had to just calm down. Okay. Oh boy. Point to the book at her desk. That book on your desk. The cover looks pretty intriguing. Suddenly a spark ignites within Yuri's eye, and all the Yuri shyness instantly takes a vacation. Oh, she looks really passionate in the face now. This book, that's the sequel to my favorite book. It's called Portrait of Mahimna. Project Libertine. But before I give you the major details on it, come a bit closer. You'll get a better view this way. I move my chair closer to Yuri, feeling slightly nervous. Not a moment to spare, she opens up the black-covered book. Her gaze passionately locked onto mine. Oh, hey, I remember this one from when I played the game by myself. Alright. There's literally nothing but a bunch of backwards letters that I can't interpret. But for some reason, Yuri is able to read it all. But how? I'm sure Yuri is some kind of answer. Yuri, your book. All the words are backwards. Mind if I ask why that is? Well, you see, this book was supposed to be written backwards to prevent the reader from interpreting any secrets. But thankfully, I've recently practiced reading backwards letters with a mirror, so reading this book has been a breeze. It's also been quite troublesome since there have been some rearranged words mixed into it as well. Thankfully, I have them written down somewhere in my bag. Well, that's pretty interesting. So what's the book about, anyway? Does it have a story of any kind? Actually, it does. It's basically a story about this girl who moves in with her long-lost sister. But the second she does, her life begins to take a dark turn. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. This is from the last game. This is from the real game. While her life is in danger, she has to decide who to trust. But no matter what she does, it destroys most of the relationships she has in her life. Begins to fall apart. It's basically the same as the first book. Oh, well, that's pretty deep. Don't worry, it gets better. If you go in depth, you'll find out that the human experiment prison was once a religious camp, and the people who were trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Oh, later. Okay, well, later in the story, the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and okay, well, there's the limbs thing that Monika said not to go into. Then later they start to cut open their severed limbs so that the prisoners would be able to drink the raw blood from within the mutilated flesh. And then the music faded. That's never good. And then. Yuri. Ah! I've been aggressively pushed down to the floor. The glass remains of our tea has been shattered to the ground. Some even got stuck to my flesh. I try to get away from Yuri, but she's pinned down my arms and legs while sitting on top of me. This game is fucked. This game is fucked. Her hands are now on top of my chest, keeping me from making any sudden moves. Looks like there's no denying it. I'm trapped. And this time, there's literally no way out. Yuri, why are you... Not another word. Yuri then proceeds to rub her hands all over my chest. They feel soft and tickly. There's this tingling sensation inside me that I've never felt before, slowly making me lose my thought of train. Train of thought. This is making me feel uncomfortable. Yuri, please stop. Just as I thought, you feel just like him. Oh no, in fact, you even smell just like him too. But how? It's strange. Usually he's the only person that fuels my excitement. But you, of all people, why you? You look nothing like him. Are you seriously trying to mess with my head? Oh, I get it. That day Monika went to talk with him in the hallway. She must have told him to never come back so that way I wouldn't be able to see him. And to ensure it, he'd wear some kind of disguise to... Oh, no. Well, guess what? It didn't work. And do you want to know why? Because you came back. You were out for a long time. I missed you. I missed you so much. And now to make sure you'll never leave my sight again... Yuri firmly grabs onto my shirt collar. Then she reaches into her skirt pocket. I begin to shiver in fear. For what she pulled out of it was a really sharp and expensive-looking pocket knife. I'll tear a bloody hole into your chest so that I'll be able to take out your internal organs and crawl inside of you. This way we'll always be together no matter what happens. Now please hold still. This will only take a minute. Wait, Yuri, stop this. I'm not... Oh. What happens if I choose Noxki? Now what? Really? After what you just saw happen in that last scene? You seriously want to see Noxki? Oh, the music is weird. It's going to be hard because... You see, the funniest thing happened. Natsuki and I were busy baking a cake in the kitchen. I gave her one of the ingredients she needed, and then she may have, well, see for yourself. Character Natsuki has been corrupted by system failure. System shutdown denied. Initial data load. Background data loaded. Identity loaded. Dialogue loaded. Thanks, Monika. 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 Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah! God damn it. Okay. That's really loud. That's really loud, Monika. I'm gonna need you to fix that, please. What the hell is that? What are you doing? I may have figured out what the problem is. Alright, just give me a few more seconds. Fix that shit, damn it. There. I fixed it. Don't worry about Noxki. This game was programmed so that when two characters are deleted, the game will reload itself automatically. Now, give it just a few more minutes. The game should be reloading by now. It's completely different. It's completely different, actually. Odd and weird. Okay. Oh boy. Well, that's the same. Okay. Okay, so this is the ending. Alright, so, that was probably the worst jump scares I've ever had in my fucking life. Alright, guys. I'm in this here, and, oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Monika's sister. Or something like that. Twin? Alright. I will see you guys in the next video. Dear Lord, this game. Bye-bye!